moving swiftly on into game number 2, as I'm sure Immortals also want to do. Evil Geniuses up against them in its best of 3 in the ESL One Hamburg NA qualifiers for the first major of the season. And Evil Geniuses, they do have the lead, 1-0 up against the Koreans, who are playing over in NA. Trent, we see a Spirit Breaker though, this time for Evil Geniuses. It was let through the first ban phase, and they take it.
How intriguing. Oh, what a familiar hero. It's Ancient Apparition. And that'll be for Immortals. So, crit, you know, a couple of those X-Torrent combos don't work. You get thrown into the short bus. You gotta play Spirit Breaker. You just click, point,
10 seconds remaining.
go. That's how it is, man. He is the bus. He takes you everywhere across the map. The Space Cow. And AA, what's left? They could grab the Necrophos for themselves. That's possibly a question for Immortals.
Clockwork. Fairby Clockwork?
Interesting.
Okay.
I would guess so, but of course the flexibility is still there.
Good against the Spirit Breaker. Be able to kind of trace him around the map. Make sure he doesn't get too much done in the early stage.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm wondering though. Forev with that Jakiro didn't seem too comfortable in that last game. I wonder if they'll give him something with a little more farm priority this game. You know, with Lone Druid not being banned, that was always one of his. Or an initiator. Yeah, exactly right. Maybe with, yeah. I mean, what last game they only had the Earthshaker really with a Blink Echo. Now they've got a Clockwork hook shot. You don't rely on items. Just need to get level 6, and then you can get into team fights. Set up for an AA. Oh, a good Ice Blast. Get some damage in there. Lay into the cogs.
Was he playing Tidehunter last night? I know Complexity was playing quite a bit of a Tidehunter. I'm not sure if they were as well.
Yeah, Immortals had.
Yeah, he did play a game.
Yep.
So I feel like those kind of heroes work pretty well for him, but overall, he hasn't been playing that many initiators. To be honest, he's been playing things like that Weaver, like that Prophet. I mean, he played one game of Enigma yesterday. Oh, we'll have to see. Prophet has been banned out early on in both games. Spirit Breaker, generally a hero that fares at least pretty well against Clockwork. I mean, you can charge into the cogs, over the cogs, do whatever you want around the cogs. So, slight benefit to him. AA has no direct stun as well. So far, 2 of the roles that tends to deal with the Spirit Breaker have already been picked up after Spirit Breaker, and they don't really handle them at all. So that's pretty handy. Assuming this is support Clockwork, that is.
Fourth ban. Immortals. Like, honestly, what do you even remove here? You're scared of some Hell's Queen of Pain enough to ban it, but then you're looking at this Queen of Pain that could go into mid or into the off lane.
Yeah. This Puck, you mean?
Puck, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Brain is starting to lag. What did I say? Did I say Queen of Pain again?
Yep, it's okay.
My brain's lagging a little bit, Trent. I do apologize.
Could ban Drow if you want, just to not have to worry about that possibility. You could ban the Faceless Void, it'd be kind of okay too. Rubik, if you're thinking they might do something like a Fear, Spirit Breaker, and a crit Rubik, I think would be kind of okay here. Just up against a Clockwork, it's very good, and they don't want to reveal too much with their next pick on the side of EG.
Turn to ban.
But they'll just get rid of another hero that's pretty good against Cogs in the PL.
And the fact that if these two are their supports, they've got no way to clear illusions at all or deal with them. Ice Blast is the only thing really there. Evil Geniuses, on the other hand, you know, you're looking at heroes potentially with big nuking ultimates. Queen of Pain ban from them wouldn't be too out of the question. Otherwise, for Immortals, you know, you're looking at heroes like Pugna for the mid lane for QO, Viper is there, all these really nasty heroes that get up and running quickly, but they'll ban a Jakiro this time around, not letting them get their hands on it. Still afraid of what Jakiro brings to the table. So the Weaver comes out, the hero that you mentioned that Forev potentially could take towards the off lane.
I wonder, I'm going to take a look at that draft, because I haven't got to, I mean, this is my first foray into...
NA.
Yeah, NA. Like, pretty much at all. I haven't got to cast any NA games.
Same here.
I haven't got to watch the Immortal squad that I was just so hyped for. So it looks like in that draft, they ended up with a Monkey King for QO and a MP Puck. So getting the team fight initiation out of the mid lane to make up for it. And, well, talked about the Drow. Now things got interesting. Now this Weaver could be support with an off-lane Clockwork. And they're pushing into a disruptor that doesn't really like this situation.
No, definitely not. It's been a while since I've seen a Weaver support. It has been
10 seconds
quite some time, but with a
remaining.
Drow Ranger...
And it might still not be. Could just be offlane Weaver with the aura
5
dominating
seconds
even more
remaining.
and support Clockwork.
I mean, you have Chilling Touch as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Could
could do a number of things. Drow Ranger mid we see from time to time, so it's an option. And then you can have Weaver with an AA in a lane somewhere that does an inordinate amount of damage into a single target. As Evil Genius is, how do you respond to this? Disruptor not very good against aggressive lanes. He likes moving forward in the laning stage in team fights. He likes chasing people, but he does not like being chased. He wants to be able to set up a fight on his terms with his glimpses, his spells, a stack storm in the field to hold people in, which can be reasonably good against Weaver in this game. But Spirit Breaker is kind of the same as well, it feels like. EG have a lot of very good aggressive heroes, but very few defensive ones, and they're going to double down. Double down on the offense as Broodmother comes out to try and deal with this Drow lineup, as they don't have much wave clear, as we've kind of seen already.
The classic. This did not go too well this morning, though. There was a
10
Drow
seconds
strat.
remaining.
Brood was the counter pick, and the Broodmother got owned. Now, what was that
5
matchup?
seconds
It was
remaining.
the Bat Rider. Probably not going to see that here, but I mean, they had to kind of
Turn
make
to
that work,
ban.
and it was a bit worrisome. And the Broodmother got insanely far ahead, but the key thing was they picked off that Broodmother. She got like, what, 8.5 minute deso, and then she got lassoed like 4 times in a row. And she never did anything. They couldn't get any more objectives. She just kept sitting mid, trying to prevent smoke ganks into their jungle, trying to
10
keep that lane
seconds
pressured
remaining.
all the time. But it wasn't enough to get them Roshan or really any other
5
gold on the rest of their
seconds
heroes.
remaining.
Broodmother couldn't get any picks because she just kept getting focused and killed. So we'll see if EG, with the assumed universe Broodmother, are going to be a little bit more
Turn to
successful.
pick.
I like the CK ban too. Same idea as the PL we were talking about earlier.
I am actually wondering if it's going to be like Universe offlane puck, and then they put the Arteezy or the Sumail mid Broodmother. I don't know. There's options
I don't know.
out there.
Has he
right?
ever played it?
I've literally just been looking back at EG's last like 20 drafts, and I
10
can't see a single
seconds
Brood
remaining.
at all. So
I assume it's universe.
5
I mean,
seconds
I'd
remaining.
assume that everyone like across the
Because
three
it's
cores, they could-
Radiant side too.
Radiant side offlane.
I don't think you'd want to play Radiant side mid Brood.
Yeah, I mean it's not awful. It just means that you have to push the wave, then fall back to those ancients, right?
Yeah.
Rather than playing aggressively into the other side of the map. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see exactly what happens with it. 5th pick time, though. What are you up to, Evil Geniuses? What is your plan to deal with this Drow Ranger?
Ember? Seems okay.
A lot of nuke damage. A lot of gap close as well. That's good. That's super good against all of these heroes, right? But Phantom
Oh,
Assassin.
well, that's... you mean gap nuke damage. There she blows. It's PA. Okay. They are going at MVP Dota with the epitome of MVP Dota. The Phantom Assassin. The hero that turned them from mere Koreans
10
into
seconds
gods.
remaining.
God, they were so fun to watch.
Is this going to be one of those
5
situations like we had with Arme and Burning, where EG, one of the players here beats the Koreans with their hero, QO's hero, and then they drop their items on the ramp and they start, talking in all chat?
Yeah.
Well, Alchemist for QO is what's going to be picked up here.
Find the Brood,
Hmm.
kill the spiders. That's the game plan.
So you're absolutely right. Universe is the Broodmother. PA is Arteezy's. For those of you just joining us, Kisei is Arteezy and Danger is Sumail. They've changed their names for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but it's what we have to deal with here. What else? Crit, Spirit Breaker. It's the Fear Disruptor. So Crit's going to be moving around, causing havoc and making action happen. And you look at Immortals. Keeping this QO Alchemist alive is imperative, it feels like. Febby, again, a lot on his plate. But they've got the Forev Weaver to really deal a lot of damage into that enemy safe lane. And maybe force rotations from the supports to stick up there instead of the aggressive nature of Spirit Breaker roaming around the map. And that's something that Drow Ranger lineups are pretty good at, drawing attention away from mid lane and towards the side lanes where you've got these two very high damage ranged heroes pumping into their counterparts.
Been a while since I've seen a Drow strat
Prepare for
without
battle.
all 3 cores being ranged too. Especially when the position 4 isn't ranged either. A little bit interesting here. See if it works out for them. I mean, it's not a necessity. Obviously, you definitely lose a little bit of value in the hero, but it's not worth gimping your draft just to pick something ranged if you don't think it's going to work against what your opponents have. And now we play the dance. So, will Universe go and throw the web anywhere? He's going to try and be cheeky.
Do you do the old school...
Has he already done so?
Like the old school bait where you run up top lane, you place the web, and then you run to bot lane where you're actually going to lane?
Something like that.
That was always so fun to see. You could definitely tell, though, Sumail, misses the chat wheel. Destroy the barracks, get back, be right back. All enemy heroes missing. Affirmative. He's sad that he doesn't have all of his little chat wheel things anymore. Time to petition Valve.
30 seconds.
Bring them
Look at
back.
These early wards in the Dire, too. They're spotting all of these movements, and they were all just literally standing mid on the side of Immortals saying, okay, we have early wards. We're going to spot exactly where they want to go on EG, and we're going to put our lanes accordingly. So we're going to try and get the Alchemist matched up against the Broodmother, and everything else, who cares? I mean, standard stuff other than that, right? All that matters is Alch versus Brood, and it shall be the mid-MP Drow Ranger.
Okie dokie. That was a nice attempt by Sumail. Very nearly got the deny on the Observer Ward as he orbs and jaunts back towards the creeps. Just to get this block off.
Sick block.
Very nice. Gets it done. So, we've got the Drow and the Clockwork both setting up for mid lane, but that is not an open AI block. That is a just a normal bot block, honestly. That's Frank bot or Harvey bot or whatever you want to call him. High ground now held by Sumail with his puck. Nice deny in from MP and Febby there, just taking at least one of the creeps out. Get the CS and the cogs push back, help as well. Sumail will secure a range creep. Yeah, exactly. So what is it? Sumail mid puck. So this puts Universe top lane in a 1v1 so far against the Alchemist, who with Acid Spray should actually do reasonably well against the Spiderlings, and with Dubu stacking and pulling, Universe probably has a pretty rough time here. But you know who else is having a rough time? It's Forev. Low HP, Shikuchiing forward. He does have a bit of extra damage, 6 bonus with the Drow Aura, but he's already burnt through the majority of his regen. No salve, 6 tangos, or maybe they just didn't bring a salve to him. He's just burning through a couple of tangos here and there.
Yeah, and it's going to take so long for him to come back up from that. Can't come anywhere close to the dagger. Although he's respecting it a bit much right now with the nerf range, but a bit worried of maybe potential sentries and stuff. There is vision all the way up to there from the one that's hidden in the tree line. Mid lane. Oh, no, there here comes our charge, and not even required. Wow.
I really thought he was going to charge mid. That's my bad.
Oh.
Drow Ranger dropping low as well to Sumail. But yeah, Forev gets a sentry down.
He will get the D ward.
Okie dokie.
And there's no more here on. Oh, he instantly buys one for fear. I keep thinking it's crit.
D-ward, the D-ward. How's Universe doing at top? Does have a couple of Spiderlings out, but this level 2 Acid Spray, gets thrown down by Kuro, so that zones the Broodmother out. Clockwork maybe looking for a little bit of a backstab here. Collecting bounty runes, going to get an Invis rune up at the top spot as well. But MP 6 and 2 up against the 14 and 3 of Puck. Already having a very hard time in this lane, but with a good pushback and a good battery assault, they could maybe make something happen. Febby holds the line. They see the charge coming through now. A little bit too late as Sumail jumps forward. The gust is good. The cogs trap them in, but the final right click already flew out onto the Drow Ranger. And now Febby's sitting there thinking, well, I was in a good position. I really was, but Spirit Breaker, he's just too quick for me.
Thanks for the experience, Drow. Oh, but she comes back too fast. Match up top is definitely interesting though, and okay, he's not going to go for an early Soul Ring. I thought maybe that would be the case up against the Broods, but maybe he'll still go back for it actually after the Helm. Just get that really early armor and HP regen, get the Soul Ring now for the spray, just to deal with the Brood Mother, and then go back for the armlet probably. But we'll see. Plenty of options here for him.
Definitely could be the plan. Also interested to see whether he decides to upgrade his Quelling Blade. We see that a lot from Alch players if they want to go back into the jungle to give one of their supports the safe lane to get level 6, like an AA, who honestly really does love that. Kuro taunting away, but he doesn't know that the Mad Cow's coming on through. Crit does get in there with a couple of hits. The Orb of Venom and a bash pushes Kuro back, but they don't have the kill power. Universe, not enough Spiderlings, not enough damage to kill off the Alch, who is incredibly tanky, like you said, with that Helm, the armor, the HP regen, very, very strong. As bottom lane, they potentially look for a go here, but they don't have Glimpse. It's a Thunderstrike and a Field from Disruptor, still sitting pretty at level 2. Gets to level 3 now. Can decide where to put that third point into. The Radiant are outstripping everyone in CS in these lanes.
I can't say I'm particularly feeling this alpha pick in terms of a counter to the Broodmother. It doesn't seem to work all too well. I mean, you know, you think things like, okay, but if Universe screws up, he's going to be rich as hell, which is true. I mean, there's no denying that. But it means Universe has to mess up pretty badly. If there was a support that would help this, it would be so much better. But they just don't have any, like, there's no support with the AoE ability. We're going to have to wait till Dubu can, like, Ice Blast them or something.
we got the bingo going again. I forgot the overlay. I did it once at the very start of the stream, and now I'm doing it at the very end.
Yeah,
Courier Snipe coming through from Universe. One more hit, no more webs. Oh, we can't get it in time. Very close. Very, very close.
Now he'll just cut the wave a little bit. He can just manipulate the wave in so many places that once the acid spray goes down, he can just move it. Obviously a very static ability, and yeah, he'll go back to the Soul Ring now.
And Kuro is being punched back by Crit.
He's so impossible to kill, though, at the very least. That is one good thing about this.
He goes away
He's
with
sitting on 15.2 with the Tango.
Spams the taunt away. Trying to get the Spirit Breaker out of my lane.
Pretty much the last chance they had to kill him, too, because he's almost level 6. Sentry and Observer placed down here. No Observer on the Broodmother, no Observer on Crit, so they're going to have a good idea what Universe is up to here. However, what can they really do about it? They're charging mid.
Phase shift, the coil ready from Sumail, but he's pushed back by the Clogs. He has no mana left. Forced to use the stick, and now the coil lands. This has trapped Febby in an awkward position here. Can't snap the coil or else he'll die. Can't stand and fight because Crit and Sumail, they are doing a lot of damage. The orb flies across, and that's a double kill for your puck. Jumps back to it, dodges the tower attacks, and a successful rotation in from Crit. This Spirit Breaker really has been the bane of everyone's existence on this dire team. The Drow Alchemist is being, you know, not killed, but shut out of, you know, maybe 10-15% of the farm that he should be getting, so he's being delayed in terms of the Armlet and the Radiance timing, and even Forever is always very fearful of this happening. He's charged now, and because you have this PA, you can just jump in with level 6 available. The crits are ready.
The dust is there. There's no 6 on Weaver.
And now with the kinetic field, Forever's just straight up dead. Stick charges keep him alive for a second longer, but they're going to farm the Swarm now as well. More money for this Arteezy Phantom Assassin.
MVP Dota was grown off the backs of RNG bashes and RNG crits. Time to return the favor here. And I will say that I think Dubu's been playing top pretty well by having this that Observer Sentry combo we talked about. Like, he's able to pull the wave to help his Alchemist for moments, and then the second he sees Brood coming over this way, he just runs because he knows he can't be here. So although the Brood's obviously farming very well, I think it's surprising that he hasn't gotten a single kill yet. Like, it's an impressive feat from the Dire. It's not really on Universe, it's just they're not making those mistakes that players typically do against Broodmother, especially on heroes like Ancient Apparition that die instantaneously. Yeah. One misstep, and you're just dead on this hero. Like, he doesn't even have boots, he's a Windlace, and he lived.
Dubu has been very patient, but they know Chemical Rage is down for another 10 seconds. They do dive in behind the tier 1. Damage output looking good so far. 5 seconds until the ulti from Alka. Bash comes through from Crit. Oh, they're going to get this in time. Oh, yes, they are. Universe there with the final hits in. Crit Orb of Venom apparently is the actual lethal damage that finishes off the Alchemist, interestingly enough. And you see Immortals, they're actually setting up for a kill on bot lane, but Arteezy reads the game. He's been told by his teammates to get the hell out of that bottom lane. Do not be there, Arteezy. Go to the jungle and farm with your Mask of Madness.
Speaking of no boots. is the Huskar here? Oh. No boots into that first time. I mean, it's not on an armlet, but Mask of Madness.
Who needs boots when you have Mom? Yep. It was CTY that we saw do this the other day in the Chinese qualifier. He had a Magnus on his team. He didn't go for the Deso de Vlad. He went Mom into, you know, big hard-hitting items. As QO gets the bounty rune, but he's being pushed around here. Again, ulti on cooldown for another 5 seconds. Not sure if they can kill him this time. Maybe with a bit of help from Fear. They come in with their friends, the bash, the charge, and the kill. Didn't get his ulti off in time. That charge, perfect from Crit. Actually stops him in his tracks.
And look at Arteezy mid. He's behind the tower. There's just a support Clockwork here. Can't do anything.
With a drought lineup and you're down 7-0, not finding any kills, literally nothing on the board here for the Immortals. Sumail comes to the bottom lane, looks for a bit of a trade there with Forever, but he just wants to keep this tier 1 as healthy as you possibly can, because you're taking the one up at top, you've already taken mid, and Immortals, they're again losing traction. This map is just becoming closer, smaller and smaller, like the, I don't know, EG are freaking fishermen at this point. The net is closing, and Immortals, I don't know what kind of fish they are, but they're not small enough to slip through the cracks, slip through the holes.
And this is an Alchemist that needs that recovery farm. We all know how he wants to play. He wants to be in here farming, and he wants to be in here farming. But this area no longer belongs to the Dire, the Radiants, and they're looking to expand their territory. However, crit might come as a cost of their expansion. Americans and their greedy manifest destiny. They just think they own everything, so he does go down.
Late stage capitalism at work right there.
The fake American crit. The claimed American.
Oh yeah, he really is. He was playing, you know, IXDL and FPL and stuff like American.
That. He's earned it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he played NA pubs and NA in-houses way more than he played EU. He is definitely an American. By all definitions. Now, Arteezy.
Except for the legal ones.
Yeah, except for the legal ones, where it's denied entry into the country. Yeah, you're right there, actually. I forgot about that.
QO with Arteezy looking for if they... yeah, no, they're still going.
Yeah, of course they do.
Dude, they are abusing the hell out of his ulti. Like, the vision, they just know everything about this guy. They got the NSA on him. Being tracked. Border Control understands the ulti of this Korean who's invaded NA Dota. We're getting very border-centric here.
God, dude. So where are the borders? Where does Immortal... where do the Immortals need to...
Where do they live?
Where do they live? Where do they stay behind? Is it just like around here, you know?
Yeah.
Around
I'm not going to finish that drawing, but that area. It was getting a little bit too phallic for my taste.
It was just a touch, yeah. Oh, charging onto Febby. He has hit level 6, so the hook shot's available. Crit looking to shut this down, though, with the range.
He hooks to the neutrals to try and live. That's not even worth it, is it? He tried to.
He just can't.
Couldn't get it off. I saw the skill highlight. But
yep. Just can't get it done. Oh, Evil Geniuses 10-1. One death is Crit, as he did dive in behind the tier 2 bag here. But Dubu, not yet with the ulti. Spirit Breaker charge in. There's the coil onto 3. This is going to be disastrous for Immortals. Sumail, he wants it. He wants it. The coil snaps onto Dubu. The clicks come through. MP dropping low, and Spirit Breaker takes down Dubu. The Thunder Strike and an orb. Kill off the Drow Ranger. 13-1. Fear might get hookshotted, but no, the Clockwork. That's a rocket flare from base. He's nowhere near. And in the meantime, Arteezy just farming mid lane. This could be a quick 2-0 here, Trent. Evil Geniuses, they look pretty on form against the Immortals.
Yeah. They have indeed. They saw PBD's team starting to win, and they're like, all right, guys, we gotta turn it up here. Everyone's dragging our name through the mud.
Who lost
this PPD guy's better than us.
Who lost to Complexity the other day? 2-1.
EG.
That was EG, okay. I thought I was mistaken it was the Dire, but yeah. I mean, that's
no, then the Dire beat them.
That's going to be another, you know, chip on their shoulder, right? Losing to Complexity as Evil Geniuses.
I mean, that's an EG classic, though.
Yeah, but it gets worse every time. Every time you lose to Complexity, it's like, right, we've got to win next time. You know, that the deep down feeling of hatred.
Hey, his ulti's up this time.
Oh, yeah. He does get it off. But in comes the spiders. In comes the bash from Crit. And in comes the hits from Arteezy. Oh, dearie me. QO, what is he now? 0-4-0. 1,500 gold in the bank. Radiance is a pipe dream right now, and that pipe extends all the way from America to frickin' Russia at this point. Long, long way away. As some male puck, DD, Blink, Veil, moving swiftly into the Yules. Bottom tier 1, they do not want the Immortals to have this for free, so they're going to shift their momentum down here with a charge forward from Crit.
So speedy, dude.
Looking for the run through. Hits 3. No, he hits 2 on the way through. A good hook shot cancels it out for the damage. Still going to come out from Sumail. He can draw to the orb in the front. Dreamcore at the ready. Hits onto 3. Now Sumail might be in a spot of bother though. Has to stick charge. The Dreamcore snaps.
Ready, though.
Now he has another orb. He can draw himself away with a face shift. He does get a little bit of distance here as the Forever Weaver Shikuchiing forward, but a blink back. Gets Sumail.
Stabbing from behind.
Nice spot. You're
the
right.
Vision. That might give them a good glimpse here too.
Who does he go for?
A good target. They want the Drow.
He wants MP. Cuts the tree.
Oh, couldn't get it.
Very nearly. Close.
So they lose crit. Good hook shot then. You know, I saw there was a thread on the server the other day that was one-sentence horror stories in Dota 2. And all I could think of was that thing we were saying the other day, the buy tome, get level 2. You know, that's basically Duke right now. Buy tome, and he would be level 5.
Oh, dear.
So I hope you guys aren't hoping for any Ice Blast anytime soon.
14
minutes in.
Glimpsed into the storm. Yeah, here's a goner. That's another one to add to the tally here. This ancient stack, which was meant to go to the Alchemist, it's going to be taken down here little by little. Arteezy, he's rooted up and he's taking a fair amount of damage. They need to throw in some big spells. Oh, where's Puck? Where are you, Sumail? Oh, he's invis. He's hunting. Oh, look at this. Sumail, you sneaky little devil. Who are you looking for? MP Drow? Triple Wraith. Oh, okay, yeah, triple Wraithband Drow. There's a charge up onto QO though, and that's who they're actually aiming for. But no, they stop on the way. There's a little bit of a detour there as the taxi, the bus, whatever you want to call him, the Spirit Breaker. He charges. He wanted the Alk, but they found the Drow. Much simpler kill.
Haven't looked at Universe in a long time. He's just been up here, leading the last hits chart, leading the net worth, just barely. He's being smelled by 4 right now. Two of them kings of this one, with Alchemist struggling to topple Arteezy for 3rd place.
Oh dearie me. You really need AA level 6. That is like, I feel the only way to get back into this game is have Ice Blast. Then at least you can hookshot Cog, Ice Blast someone. But
he's got like 40 experience in the past 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So I want to help this guy out, please.
Well, I looked at him when he was top lane, and you were talking. Oh no, it was bottom lane when they were diving in, and he was level 4 then, and that was like 5 minutes ago, and he's still level 4. Feels really bad to be this AA. Forev does make a little escape away. Looks like Crit tried a bit of a go there onto him, but Immortals, they group up bottom lane. 3,500 gold now on this Alchemist, trying to get into that relic, into the Radiance. He's found Crit, the charge is there. Arteezy jumps in, the Gust is good though, forces him back, the hook shot not so good. Febby landed onto his Alchemist, that's a friend on enemy. Now he's gonna die and pay with his life. Alk TP's away. Is there a stun? Is there a Dream Coil? There is, of course. Sumail here with the timing, here with the plays, and QO. He will also fall. The ulti will extend his... Oh, no it won't. No, it really won't. It will not extend his longevity. That crit from Artur makes damn sure that QO sits down for 30 seconds, back in the fountain. And you know what's happening in the meantime while they're battling a bottom lane. Universe is just humming a fancy little tune to himself as he takes down the tier 3 and looks for damage onto the racks. Both of them at about half health.
He's already taking the shrine, man. Things are escalating quickly out of control here, and Sumail continues the trend as level 5. Ibu goes down. Getting closer.
He is nearing that level 6. Crit. Okay, you cancel that one. Don't want to go too far into this base, but with like a 3-pronged attack here, basically assaulting this dire base. They do need Arteezy to clear up this tier 2 tower, but with a Deso Mask of Madness, that's going to be easy work for him. Well, they've got every lane pushing in, so now there's nowhere for Alchemist to farm. He almost has enough money for his relic, but even that's not going to be enough at this point. Quadruple Wraithband for MP on the Drow Ranger. Not just a triple, not just a double, quadruple.
I mean, I think we all know what's replacing that branch.
Is it a Wraithband?
I don't know. Do you have any choice? Maybe you just buy the Band of Elven Skin and hold out for your Dragonlance.
Dragonlance, yeah, maybe that is the play. But Roshan's alive, hey. Aegis, no cheese. This game feels like it's gone on a lot longer than it actually has.
I was gonna say, you're like, Roshan's alive. I was like, they killed it once? I was like, have I missed that much of this game? In its speed, but...
I had to click him to make sure, you know. I went over to Roshan as I was saying it, and I'm like, right, click him as I finish my sentence, and I think, oh yeah, well, this is the first one. This is actually only just Aegis. Hands it over to the PA. Arteezy takes that. Arcane Rune, who wants this? Hello, Sumail. Empty bottle. Don't mind if I do. Arcane Rune will fill that one up really nicely.
Time to put this one to bed, I think.
Sumail agrees.
Yeah. That one hero top. Oh, there we go. Did you see him kill those spiders? He's rich.
I mean, did you see PA dagger the Alp? Half of his HP in one dagger. Now here's an Ice Blast with... Oh,
there's an Alp?
There's a couple of spells landing on the PA, but that's just the Aegis. Three-man Dreamcore now arrives with Universe, landing the hits in with the Echo Saber, taking down the Drow. Oh, okay, Immortals. I think it might just be time, and Tubu agrees. Calls GG. Good luck next. That's Evil Geniuses 2-0ing Immortals in what felt like less than an hour, and they progress through to the semi-finals of the NA qualifiers here for the ESL Hamburg Major.
That is a fast way to get knocked out of a major. That's pretty ruthless, single elimination like that, but that's how she goes. Some days you're on, some days you're off, and some days you're that. So, EG swiftly batch Immortals. Oof.
Done and
They
done.
look good. Damn, look at that. 1106, 308, 402, 406. And then Crit just tanking some for the team, helping everybody out there.
16
Someone's
denies.
got to charge in randomly.
16 assists, not denies, sorry. 16 assists, that's pretty worth it. But yeah, three deaths there. The only deaths of Evil Geniuses. Very, very quick as they take down Immortals. Of course, that's not it for the ESL One Hamburg qualifiers. We've got more games continuing on as NA and South America do continue.
You scared me. I thought you were going to say we had another series of casts.
No,
I was like, what? What?
You and
no, Gary, please.
You and I are done.
To go.
You and I are done. This stream is also done, but if you head over to ESL_Join Dota Blue, Join Dota Green, or Join Dota Yellow, you've got yourself Moxie, MRP, and I believe Michael Loris casting through the remainder of CIS, North America, and South America. For now, goodbye. I'll see you guys tomorrow because we start ourselves off with Secret up against EPG, 2 p.m. CEST, potentially. Might change, still yet to see.
Wait, is that our first game tomorrow?
That is our first series tomorrow.
Oh, that's a late start.
Yeah, no Southeast Asia. We get, well, I mean, as we go on, you know, we get fewer and fewer overlaps. Now we're through to semis, so there aren't as many games to cover at the same time. So we get to calm down a bit and focus on Europe.
Good, it's been like 12-hour days minimum.
Yeah.
This will be a little breather, all right?
I mean, since Monday.
Well, see you guys tomorrow then.
We will indeed. For now, goodbye. See you tomorrow, 2 p.m. CEST, unless that changes.
Right, it could be earlier, it looks like, possibly.
It could even be on Wednesday or whenever. Dota 2 scheduling has been a little bit wonky with all these qualifiers. But no, it will be tomorrow. It will be. I do kid. Right. Goodbye. Congrats, EG. That was very well done.